pretty bold move for any game, really. But back then, this was unheard of. You know, you're usually good. You usually stop the villain just in time before his great, masterpiece plan comes into fruition. But here, no. There is no hope. It is now a dead world in most respects. Pretty bold move. I could stream it if it's on computer, if it's on the PC. Looks like we have Kira. Hey, look, it's Sid. Looks like he's been taking care of us. For how long? I have no idea. Kira, at last! Kira, at last! You're finally awake! I feel like I've been sleeping forever. For 1 year, actually. I thought you were out for good. Oh my gosh. I mean, if you think about this, he's been trying to feed her while she's in a coma, or at least, I mean, because they don't have IVs or any other methods like they do today to try and get food in people and water and liquids. So he's been trying to probably force feed her and force, give her drink. And then he's probably been switching out her clothes too. Dark Shadow is now hosting my stream for 0 viewers. Yeah, 0 viewers. Woo! Alright, thanks for the host, man. I appreciate it, and you have a good night, and maybe I'll see you at the beginning of the next stream. I bet you were probably just sticking around for the end of the floating continent, right? See if I could do it. Off to bed, 4 hours. Oh my gosh. Well, have a good sleep. Later, Dark Shadow. But yeah, he was probably, changing her clothes, changing her sheets, making sure she was bathed and everything all the whole time while she was just, like, out in a coma. That takes some dedication and like, true love right there. A whole year. You've watched over me the whole time? Yes, and I'm about out of energy. We're on a tiny deserted island. After the world crumbled, I awoke to find us here together with a few strangers. The world! So it wasn't just a dream. Where are my friends? Where's Loki? I don't know. I only know we're here. Maybe we're the only people left alive. Since that day, the world has continued its slide into ruin. Animals and plants are dying. The few others who washed up here with all of us died of boredom and despair. My friends, they're probably all dead. Kira, you are the closest thing to family that I have. We could just live our lives here peacefully. I suppose so, Sid, or should I say Granddad? May I call you that? Gramps, huh? I'm overwhelmed. All of a sudden I have a granddaughter. Cough, wheeze. My long-lost granddad. Ha ha ha, hat cough. Hey, are you hungry? I haven't eaten in 3 or so days, ever since I became ill. What would you like? Died of boredom? That's horrible. Well, depending on how I do with Sid, I'll show you exactly how they died of boredom. The game actually will show you how they died. If I fail to do something in the next couple minutes. What would you like? Well, unless I ask for fish, I won't get anything. That's all there is here. I'll go catch some. Okay, so the focus of the next 5 to 10 minutes, next 5 to 10 minutes, no kidding, is collecting fish. And I don't know if there's any difference in the fish you collect, Because there's two fish here. One was moving slightly fast and one is moving slow like this one. And I really want it to move closer. Come on. Thank you. I grabbed two fish. Your goal is to go out to the beach, grab as many fish, I think, as you can, and bring them back to Sid so you can feed him. Granddad, here's a fish. Eat up. Oh, yum. Chump munch chew. My worst nightmare is to think of you alone here on this wretched island. Ack, wheeze. And the more you feed him good fish, I think there's good and bad fish, but I don't know if it's the slow or the fast fish that are the ones you want to feed him. But the more of the good fish you feed him, the more he'll recover. The more bad fish you feed him, or the more you just don't feed him at all, the more sick he gets, the more ill he gets. And he will die. Sid will die if you don't take care of him. In the long run, it doesn't really matter if he lives or dies, because you eventually progress through the story anyway. It's just the next couple events play out differently. It's just a good feeling to actually get him. Goodbye. What? No, already? He's dying? Based on what he says after you feed him fish, dictates if he's recovering or not. And I think he says goodbye right before he dies. What did I just do? Did I give him terrible fish? Is that what happened? Did I give him bad fish? Already, I just gave him one helping of fish, and he's just like, goodbye, I'm dying now. Don't worry about me. My worst nightmare is coming true. You're gonna live alone on this wretched island. Oh! No! He's dead! I barely had a chance to save him, and he flippin' died. You're right, I probably gave him a pufferfish. That's exactly what I did. He bit, and the poison got into his bloodstream, and he died. Oh my god, this is the quickest Sid has ever died. Okay, so you get to find out what happens if people dying of boredom. Granddad, you have to eat or else. What's the matter? Sid? Yeah, he got wrecked. And I wrecked him. No! No! You promised me you'd stay here with me. You promised me you'd live. Granddad, answer me! Tell me you're just joking. Okay. So she's going up to the far part of this. So when people are dying of boredom, they literally die of boredom. They're like, oh, there's this cliff here. I'm so bored, I think I'll jump off of it. And that's how they die of boredom, because they have nothing else to do but jump off cliffs. Those others who were here, when they lost all hope, they would leap from the cliffs up north to remove the agony of their losses. Death was a welcome alternative to life for them. So she's gonna do it. She's gonna throw it all away. Everyone's dead, even Loki, who promised to watch over me. The world is slowly dying off. This is kind of heartbreaking and sad, too, that she is now resorting to just killing herself off. The sky goes dark as she falls over the cliff. Wow. What if you actually did get a game over if you couldn't save Sid? That would really be crappy. The RNG hates you that day. That's not dying of boredom. Close enough. Close enough. As fate would have it, her valiant attempt at committing suicide is foiled yet again. She has a job to do. She needs to kill Kefka. What is this? Why did you nurse me back to health? Did I ever ask you to help me? Huh? I'm talking to a bird. A bandana? No, it can't be. Hey you, where'd you get this? Is the person who healed you still alive? Answer me. I'm so lonely I'm talking to animals. He's alive. Loki's still alive. I'm not ready to go into the house just yet, or maybe it's going to force me. Okay, good. No! What the heck? I want to leave. Okay, good. Whew. I want to get into an encounter right here. Trust me, this will help out dividends later. No! Wrong thing! Wrong thing. Wrong type of encounter. Oh, that was so bad. So bad. Not the right encounter I wanted. In fact, I should probably save. Because I don't really want to repeat that floating continent nonsense. Maybe this is the... That was too funny. Peeping Tom. Oh, I don't have anything equipped. They pretty much kill themselves off, don't they? But that's not the one I wanted. I wanted the... There we go. I wanted a different type of enemy to show up. And the reason why is Barley, the one who learns monster skills, I want him to learn this skill. Gosh darn it, I want Peeping Tom. I want the other sand-looking, ray-looking thing. The enemy names are pretty great. Yeah, I know. I think the actual name of the original translation by Ted Woolsey is Peepers. I think maybe the sand ray is in the desert. Maybe I have to brave the elements of that scary dragon, and hopefully one of the sand rays can show up. Let's go back to the desert real quick, and hope not for a black dragon. There we go, Super Tector. Okay, that's what I wanted. I wanted that guy to show up. Okay, now that I'm done with my requirement, we can resume the story. Okay, back to the house. Oh, he was faking dead for all of like 2 seconds because he put this envelope there right after she went off to kill herself. How thoughtful of him. You need to leave. The others are surely waiting for you. Find the stairs next to the stove. Down there lies your road to freedom. Love, Granddad. So all those times you came into the house and you saw him walking back to his bed, it was because of this. He was coming back from his little hidden storeroom but down here where he created a raft. How she gets it up out of the up those stairs and out of the house, who knows? I'll make you proud of me, Granddad. For all of those scant few hours I've known you. Actually, she knew him longer than that. He was actually one of the ones who helped raise her since she was a little girl and born to be a Magicite Knight of the Empire, so he knows her really well. So what games are you currently playing these days, Xenodot? Anything strike your fancy? I mean, that's a far distance to travel on a raft. She's probably like, in real life, she would be starving, malnourished, and close to death by the time she reached landfall here. Still Monster Hunter? Oh gosh, fighting. Fighting. Please don't kill me! Good lord! I am not prepared for this. I am not prepared at all. Oh gosh, this is World of Ruin is going to be very hard starting off. Very, very hard. Did you see that tower? Kefka's up there and he's using the power of the statues. He's like a god. Smoke bombs! I will be needing a few of these. Hopefully no more than that. Okay. Whew. I am being very judicious in what I'm buying at the moment. Oh, get out of my... Would you get out of my way? Stupid NPC. How can you make a gill in a world like this? Killing monsters, that's why. Because you know, monsters are just loaded with money. On that day, debris from all over the world floated eerily to the center of this landmass and formed that tower. What is this? This tower they're speaking of? Oh, I think back on how nice the world used to be. Back when the soldiers were a-holes and they were tearing this joint up. And realize it'll never be the same again. Even after you beat this game and you destroy Kefka, yeah, it will never be the same again. And that will become quite clear when you get to the end and figure out what you have to destroy to beat Kefka. The world will forever remain like this. Even after you've won. What am I even looking? I'm not even going to use relics. Why am I looking at them? I don't even know. I found this in a 1,000-year-old text. 8 dragons seal away this awesome beast. Its name is Jihad. Oh, whoa, what? That's an interesting translation there. Defeat these dragons and its power can be released. The power of Jihad. What? Who translated this? Oh, you again. Oh, sorry. You look just like a man who was here searching for his friends. He said he was going north to Zen. First off, I need better gear. Like, seriously. Apparently I don't have any better gear here. It's all gold armor. When the world was ripped apart, many long-sealed monsters were released. Phunbaba, Deathgaze, and the 8 dragons. Of course they were all released from the cracks and crevices of the world. Everything changed on that day. Anyone who opposes Kefka gets his or her town fried by the light of judgment. I need new weapons. Gosh darn it. I'm a scholar of weapons. 1,000 years ago, during the War of the Magi, 2 so-called ultimate weapons existed. One changed a person's power into a sword. The other was a monster bred for mass destruction. We all know what we just killed, right? We killed the one that was bred for mass destruction. You, the sparkle in your eye, you're the spitting image of a man who came through here recently. Except, you know, Kira's a woman.